It is not every day that a brand known for loud, bass-heavy street style decides to shake hands with the masters of high-fidelity audio. When the news dropped that Skullcandy was putting Bose sound architecture inside their new Method 360 buds, it definitely raised a few eyebrows. Usually, these kinds of partnerships feel like a marketing gimmick, but after spending some time with these, it is clear there is actually some substance behind the branding. The sound profile is surprisingly refined, leaning into a clarity that feels a lot more mature than what we are used to seeing from this lineup. It is crisp, the separation is clean, and it handles complex tracks without turning into a muddy mess. Now, the noise cancellation is the real surprise here. It is not just a checkbox feature, it actually does a solid job of carving out a quiet space in a noisy room. You can tell they put some serious work into the tuning because it manages to dampen those low-end hums without that weird, pressurized feeling that cheaper ANC buds often suffer from. The design is a bit of a departure too. That clip-on case is a quirky touch, and honestly, it is kind of refreshing to have something you can just hook onto a bag or a belt loop without worrying about it slipping out of a pocket. It feels rugged enough for a hike or a gym session, especially with that IPX4 rating keeping the sweat and rain at bay. Battery life is another area where this thing holds its own. You are looking at about 11 hours in the buds themselves, and with the case, you can push that up to 40 hours total. That is plenty for a long week of commuting or a few days of heavy listening. The app integration is pretty straightforward, too. Being able to tweak the EQ or reconfigure the button controls is a nice touch, though the interface can be a little finicky if you are trying to make quick adjustments on the fly. If there is a downside, it is that the plastic on the case feels a little bit lightweight. It is functional, sure, but it does not exactly scream premium when you hold it. Also, while the multi-point pairing is a lifesaver for switching between a laptop and a phone, the initial connection process can be a little stubborn if you are not using a Google device. But look, for the price point, you are getting a really balanced package. It is not trying to be the most expensive piece of tech on the market, but it manages to punch well above its weight class. If you want that signature Bose clarity wrapped in a design that is actually built to be tossed around, this is a pretty compelling way to go. It is a solid, reliable daily driver that does exactly what it promises without any unnecessary fluff.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.